What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have 4 of the most hyped fragrances on TikTok. I'm going to be talking about them and I'm going to rank them on a scale from 1 to 10. Let's hop into it. What better way to start off the video than with Cutlage Island? I cannot scroll more than 5 to 10 minutes on TikTok without seeing an advertisement for this fragrance right here. I almost didn't want to like it because of how much I was being spammed with the ads, but I went ahead, pulled the trigger, and I actually really enjoy the stuff. It is a clone of Le Beau Parfum, and it does it in an incredible way. On the top, you get pineapple and ginger, so extremely fruity and fresh. But as it dries down, that is when the coconut note kicks in. You get a blast of that coconut, and it combines with some vanilla sweetness. Amazing stuff. It smells like a creamy pina colada. It's one of those fragrances, the more you wear it, the more you fall in love with it. Every single time I wear this one, I enjoy it more and more. Performance is really solid. 9+ hours of performance. This is a perfect year-round fragrance, but it really shines during the summertime, especially date night occasions. If you're going on any dates during the summer, this may be one of the best ones to go with. If I had to rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, honestly, guys, I would rate this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Really solid stuff. You can pick it up in that $30 to $40 range as well. One of the best Le Beau Parfum clones out there. Again, Cutlage Island. We're still going strong. The next fragrance up is Le Male Elixir by Jean-Paul Gaultier. TikTok is 2 for 2 as of right now. This one is super enjoyable. On the top, you get that lavender mint combo, which you pick up in the original Le Male. And then as it dries down, that is when you pick up that blast of vanilla sweetness. You also get honey, tonka bean, tobacco, a very powdery, sweet, seductive fragrance right here. Perfect for the fall and the wintertime. I think you may be able to pull this one off during summer nights. During those super hot summer days, though, this is an absolute no-go because of how strong the performance is. Performance on this one is easily more than 24 hours. This stuff is absolutely insane. I would recommend 2 to 3 sprays max, especially if you're going to be indoors. If you do any more than that, it's going to be way too strong, way too synthetic. You're going to cause headaches. You may even give yourself a headache. So definitely go lighter on the sprays with this one. If I had to rank this on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. Amazing stuff. Again, Le Male Elixir. Coming at you guys with a cheapie now, we have Latafa Fakar. You can pick this one up for only $20, and at that price point, I think this is an absolute steal. The way I describe this one is you take Ralph's Club EDT, so you get that very lavender, sage-heavy aromatic feel, and you combine it with Invictus Aqua. A lot of people say this one is a clone of YSL Eau de Parfum. I'm not too sure about that. I do remember the last time I smelled Eau de Parfum. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Maybe my taste has changed over the years, though, because that was about 2 or 3 years ago. But people do say this does have a pretty good resemblance to YSL EDP. On the top, you get that blast of apple and bergamot, so extremely fruity and fresh. As it dries down, you pick up that lavender sage heavy aromatic feel. The sage in here, it does give it that bubblegum sweetness that you would pick up in something like Invictus Aqua, a nice sweet woody dry down. Performance is decent. You get about 6 hours of performance. Honestly, this is a pretty big compliment getter as well. Like I said, you could pick it up $20 at that price point. Absolute steal. Perfect year-round fragrance. Signature scent worthy. You can wear this any situation, any occasion. It's going to work. If I had to rank this on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. Really solid stuff in my personal opinion. Again, guys, Latafa Fakar. And finishing off the video strong, we have Rasi Hawas Ice. This is my favorite summertime fragrance in my entire collection. Guys, I think I'm saying it right now, but I do believe this one is better than the original Rasi Hawas. And it's kind of hard to say that because I absolutely love Rasi Hawas, but somehow they managed to make it even better with this stuff right here. On the top, super fresh, spicy with some mint. And then as it dries down, it keeps that Rasi Hawas DNA. So it has that extreme bubblegum sweetness, but you add more of an aquatic feel, which makes it even more better for the summertime. Performance, absolutely insane. 9+ hours of performance. Huge compliment getter. I have gotten so many compliments while wearing this fragrance in the short amount of time that I've had it. Plus, you can get it in that $30 to $40 range. I would definitely recommend going on TikTok Shop to get the best price for this one. I was comparing prices, And like Fragrance Net, Joma Shop, they were trying to sell it for that $50 range. TikTok Shop, you could get it anywhere from $35 to $40. You do have to make sure that you are buying from a trusted seller though. So definitely take a look on how many of these bottles are sold as well as the reviews, right? And make sure the price is something that is realistic. If you see a bottle of this for $20 and the seller has only sold 10 of them and he has 2.5 stars out of 5, obviously do not go with that seller. But if they have it in that $35 to $40 range and you see they sold a few hundred bottles and they have good reviews, those are the ones that you can trust. Really solid stuff right here. If I had to rank this one on a scale from 1 to 10, guys, I would give this a 9.5 out of 10. This is almost a perfect fragrance, in my opinion. I'm not even sure what a perfect fragrance would smell like, but this is the closest thing that you could get to it, especially for the summertime. And guys, check this one out. Rasi Hawas Ice. All right, that wraps up the video. Let me know down below what some of your favorite hype TikTok fragrances are. They're always coming out with new stuff. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on what you've bought from TikTok so far. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.